This year, the Russian armed forces received the first Orion unmanned aerial system for reconnaissance and strike purposes. By this time, the complex had passed all the necessary tests, including showed his combat potential. However, a drone with a combat load on the suspension was first shown just now. The device has a previously unseen desert camouflage coloration. Small caliber bombs KAB-20 were installed on the underwing and ventral pylons. It should be recalled that at the Army 2020 exhibition, together with the Orion, various aircraft weapons of small size and weight, as well as pylons for their suspension, have already been demonstrated. However, the UAV with a weapon under the wing was shown for the first time. ROC Inohodets started in 2011, and its goal was initially to create a UAV for reconnaissance and strike purposes. The design of the unmanned platform took several years, and in 2016 flight tests of the finished UAV with the main part of the electronic equipment began. Later, the first information about the possible composition of weapons appeared, and then finished samples of onboard equipment in ASP were shown at exhibitions. As it became known later, the development of the strike capabilities of the UAV began in 2018. During these tests, Orion used unnamed bombs. In the same year, the complex was sent to Syria for testing in a real air base. However, there the drone worked only as a reconnaissance aircraft. The other day, RIA Novosti, citing its sources in the industry, reported on new tests. For the first time, air-to-ground guided missile launches were carried out in the conditions of the test site. Targets hit successfully. In addition, the use of planning guided bombs was tested. It is noted that as a result of such events, Orion became the first domestic UAV capable of carrying and using missile weapons. However, the specific types of ASP involved in the tests were not named again. Orion belongs to the class of medium-altitude long-duration drones. The English term MALE, medium-altitude long-endurance, is widely used. This vehicle has a fairly high flight performance and a solid payload, which makes it a good platform for placing missile and bomb weapons. With a wingspan of more than 16 m and a length of 8 m, the Orion has a takeoff weight of 1 ton. The payload is up to 200 to 250 kilograms. Cruising speed is declared at the level of 120 kilometers per hour, the maximum is unknown. The device is capable of operating at altitudes up to 7.5 kilometers. Depending on the load and configuration, the UAV can stay in the air for about a day. A set of electronic systems for various purposes is installed on the drone. The most noticeable component is the optoelectronic station in a characteristic fairing under the bottom. With its help, the UAV can conduct reconnaissance, as well as search for targets for the use of weapons and control the results of the strike. A radar station and an electronic intelligence system are also proposed for use. For the use of UAVs as a weapon carrier, removable pylons are used. One such device is mounted under the wing and one more is placed under the fuselage. Apparently, several types of suspension systems have been developed. One of the pylons was shown at Army 2020. For the Orion, and in the future for other medium or heavy strike UAVs, a whole range of guided bombs is intended. They are made in calibers of 20 and 50 kilograms. A UPAB-50 gliding bomb with a warhead from a rocket of the Grad system is proposed. A similar charge is carried by the KAB-50 product, which can be equipped with an infrared, television and laser homing head. There is a simplified FAB-50 bomb. The smallest in the nomenclature are the KAB-20 bombs. With a mass of about 21 kilograms, such a product carries 7 kilograms of explosive. Modifications with satellite and laser guidance have been created. The KH-50 guided missile has been developed. This product is 1.8 m long with a case with a diameter of 180 millimeters. The mass of the rocket is 50 kilograms, of which up to 20 kilograms falls on the warhead of the required type. The missile can be equipped with GOS of different types. Flight performance was not reported. The Orion has reportedly become the first medium reconnaissance and attack drone to be delivered to the Russian army. Along with it, a number of the latest ammunition should go into service, and in the future it is possible to create new products with certain features and different characteristics. The high combat potential of unmanned systems with such capabilities has been repeatedly demonstrated in the course of real conflicts of recent decades. Reconnaissance and strike UAVs have proven to be a useful and convenient addition to manned tactical aviation, capable of taking on individual tasks and reducing risks to people. Unfortunately, until recently, complexes of this class were only in foreign countries, but not in Russia. This year, work on the Orion and weapons for them was completed, and the first complex was handed over to the armed forces. The development of several other medium and heavy reconnaissance and strike UAVs also continues. Thus, over the next few years, a full-fledged fleet of new drones with broad combat capabilities will appear in the Russian aerospace forces.